If you're going to be successful, you can't be afraid to fail. What's going on, guys? It's Uzziah, your success consultant, and in today's video, I want you to embrace the pain. I want you to embrace failure. Because in this world today, there's so many people that have a fear of failure. And there's so many people that have a fear of success. But if you really want to be able to accomplish things at the highest cylinders, you've got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So as always, I got 3 key valuable principles that I want you to walk away with, really reshaping how you think about the concept of failure as it pertains to your successful life. So in anything that you aspire to do in your life, and there's many different areas and facets of life, different components. You've got your professional life, you've got your spiritual life, you've got your financial life, you've got a health life, you've got a social life. In all of these areas, right, there's failures always surrounding it. There's failure as a part of the process. So the first thing that I need you to really come to grips with is failure is inevitable. So rather than shying away from it, you need to encourage it. Okay? I know right now your reptilian brain, your amygdala, your fear triggered response system in the brain is saying, Uzziah is crazy as hell. Why would I want to encourage failure? Because failure is going to happen anyway. And if you decide that you want to shy away from failure, guess what that means? That means you're always going to stay in your area of comforts. Have you ever noticed how many people every single day in their lives, they never go big. They never go bold. They never actually try to accomplish the things that they are capable of accomplishing if they were not afraid of failure. Why don't they do that? Because they're afraid of what other people think. They're afraid of, oh, well, if I'm not incredible and I'm not a massive success, what will this person think? What will that person think? What will this person say and what will that person say? What will my mom say? What will my dad say? What will my friends say? What will my boss and my employees, what will all of they say? What if I'm not the HNIC on social media that I want to portray myself to be? If I fail, life is over. Life isn't over if you fail, because failure is a part of success. There can be no triumph without struggle. So what I want you to really do is I want you to rewire your brain to encourage failure rather than shy away from it. Every single day when I'm working in my business, and this could even apply to health, physical fitness, I go into the day looking to fail. If I have not failed at something that I have put my hands towards, that means that I didn't go big enough. If you're working out in the gym, if you're not failing in your reps, then guess what? You're not actually getting stronger. You're not actually building muscle. If you try to go into the gym and you lift a 5-pound weight, what growth is going to come out of that? The only way that you're going to be able to grow is to tear down. You got to be willing to get torn down in order to rebuild, okay? So what I want you to do is look for this in your day-to-day life. Look for ways to aspire for something great and then say, how can I fail at this? If you want to be, have an online business, how can I set out to have small failures throughout the day? I'm not saying to have your entire business go belly up. I'm not telling you to go bankrupt. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you know that you have a capability to be a great writer, a great blogger, push yourself to the limit to where maybe when you start writing, you're going to have to throw away the first and second draft because it sucks. It's not your best you. There's so many people who will give up on a task or a responsibility because it wasn't this grand success the first time. So they give up on it totally, never expecting to succeed the second, third, or fourth time. That can't be you if you want to be successful, man. There's so many famous failures in the world. Look at Thomas Edison. Look at all of these great inventors and great pioneers. They all had to fail tremendously before they ever accomplish a great level of success. And you know what's so funny about life? A lot of times, the world overall, they don't even see the failures. They only remember the success. So you're really being hard on yourself at the end of the day if you're stopping yourself from accomplishing greatness for something that nobody else is going to see but you. You got to be able to block that out. You can't hold on to that. Just forget about it. Okay, you failed. Doesn't everybody else? So what? But if you fail and you don't get back up again, that's the real failure. That makes you a two-time loser. It's one thing for you to trip and fall and then you get back up again and win the race. Then for you to trip and fall and then you want everybody to cry for you. You got to play the victim. You got all of these excuses. You act like you don't have two pairs of good working legs to get your ass back up and get in the race. You've got to be on point. Okay? So don't hide from the failure. Encourage the failure because the failure is what's going to make you grow. It's what's going to make you stronger. Okay? Second thing, I don't want you to just fail small. I want you to fail forward. Okay? So I'm going to give you a prime example. Let's say that you're applying to college. Maybe you're thinking about going to grad school. And as you're thinking about colleges and universities to select, you're only thinking about the schools that are almost guaranteed to grant you an admission. Are you really playing big? Are you really trying to be world class? Only those that are willing to go too far can possibly know how far one can go. So if you're only just checking the box on, oh yeah, this easy school, oh yeah, they're going to give me all the financial aid in the world, oh yeah, I'm going to be the star student, I'm going to be the life of the party. Some of y'all even do that in your relationships. You don't like to hang around people that are smarter than you, or that make more money than you, or are working harder than you. Why? Because you always want to be the best person in the room. And guess what? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong damn room. If you're the richest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be putting yourself in environments where the next person's success, you have to fail your way to get to that level of success. You got to be able to fail forward. So going back to this college example, you need to start applying to places where you know that maybe you don't have a good chance of getting in, but there's still a shot. If there's a 20% chance that you can get in, apply. If there's a 10% chance that you can get in, apply. If there is a chance, apply. Because guess what? Even if you fail, right? You could be failing during the Harvard interview, but guess what? At least you made a connection with Harvard professionals. Now you got somebody from their alumni or their faculty in your network. At least they know who you are, that you actually exist. But what's going to happen if you never apply? If you never try? If you've never given it what you got? You're always going to stay in that exact same box, right there in that little comfortable blue ocean that you're used to. You got to be able to go out there, man. You got to be able to go out there because you don't know how far you can go unless you're willing to test the limits, okay? So please, fail forward. Make your ambitions high, and guess what? Even if you miss, still gonna be a hell of a lot better than the people that never aimed that high in the first place. Most people fail in life not because of the fact that they reach too big and that they dream too big. Most people fail in life because they dream too small and they accomplish those tiny results every single day. Last but not least, what I want you to do as you are encouraging failure and accepting this as a part of your successful life, okay? Success doesn't come easy, okay? I remember this in a phrase. I remember Eminem first said it. I was years ago, much younger. I remember Eminem said, he says, "What do I think of success? It sucks. Too much stress." So he's telling you that in order to become successful is going to come with certain levels of stress, But guess what? It's worth it. Anything that you fight for in this life that's worth having is worth it. If you want to have an incredible relationship, you're going to have to fight for that. If you want to be an incredible father, you're going to have to fight for that. If you want to be able to have a great career, a great body, great health, whatever it is that you want to have in this life, a great relationship with God, you're going to have to fight for that. It's not going to come easy. Nobody's going to be knocking on your door saying, oh yes, Mr. Such and Such, I'm just the success genie and today is $1 million. Congratulations. Nobody's coming to do that to you. So you got to be able to toughen up, duke it out if you really want to be in the game. I want you to encourage failure because you need to be able to document the lessons. That's the third component of your success in this video, okay? The third success principle is you want to be able to have a specific documented process on the lessons learned through failure, okay? I want to share with you a really profound statement that I heard from Tony Robbins. One of the things that he said was, when people succeed, they party. But when we fail, we ponder, right? Think about that. When you succeed, you party. Everybody is celebrating. Everybody's feeling good. Success isn't even a good teacher. Failure is a much better teacher than success. I can tell you this right now. Anytime that I've accomplished something, I might have started to get greedy. I might have start to get arrogant to a point where I felt like anything that I touched could have turned to gold. It wasn't until I failed at things that it reminded me of how human I really was. And in order for you to be accomplished, you've got to document the failures that you go through, because we only really focus on things when we fail. When we fail, we ponder. When we succeed, we party. When we fail, we ponder. So I want you to be comfortable with failing, not because I want it to hurt you, but because there's so many lessons in this life that you're never going to learn until you fail. You can watch my channel until you're blue in the face. You can read every book. You can go to every conference and every seminar, and you should, because there's a lot of value in learning. You got to be a learning machine in order to be successful. But guess what? I'm going to promise you this. There's certain things I can't teach you behind a video screen. You've got to go out and live it, and you won't figure out the missing step until you fail. I could show you how to be able to bake the cake, but it may not be until you put the cake in the oven and it gets burnt in a step that you forgot to do that you recognize what element out of your game was missing. You've got to be able to fail because experience is the best teacher, and you've got to go through painful experiences in order to win, okay? What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So I want you to leave me a comment right now, and I want you to be bold enough to say, I'm ready to fail. I want you to be bold enough to say, I'm ready to fail, and really mean it. Stop being scared, because failure is going to happen anyway. Don't be like everybody else who's afraid of failure and is going to fail, and they fail at such a small level and they never try to go for great. They fail day in and day out, and they never see how far their life can go. If you're going to fail, fail with a purpose. Fail with passion. Fail with boldness. Fail forward. And if you do that and you live by those principles, talk to me in a year and let's see if your life doesn't change. Talk to me in 5 years. Talk to me in 10 years and see if you're not an entirely different person. I love you guys, and I want to see you become successful as possible. Leave me a comment below and let me know I'm ready to fail. I'll see you in the next video.